Twitch has a secret A-list, and according to a data leak on September 22, 2025, we now have the receipts. The proof wasn't a vague rumor, but a raw data file, a CSV posted to a tech security forum that appears to detail the inner workings of Twitch's coveted bounty board. For years, the common belief among streamers was that the bounty board was a flawed but generally fair marketplace. If you had the numbers, the viewers, the hours, the engagement, you'd get the high-paying ad opportunities, known as bounties. The system was supposed to be a great equalizer, a data-driven way for any creator to earn brand money directly through the platform. But this leak suggests something else entirely. It points to a hidden layer, a secret, non-public metric that sorts creators into tiers, dictating who gets the best deals regardless of their raw numbers. It suggests that behind the curtain of meritocracy, Twitch is playing favorites. In this investigation, we will break down exactly what the leaked data appears to show, using digital artifacts and side-by-side comparisons. We will explore the most likely reason why Twitch would implement such a system by analyzing the core mechanics of the creator economy. And finally, we will examine how this event is fundamentally changing the relationship between streamers and the platform they call home. The central mystery wasn't just about who got paid more, it was about the hidden mechanism that decided their worth. The leaked data file, titled bounty_rates Q3 2025.csv, contained thousands of rows, but a few columns in particular caught the eye of data analysts who began dissecting it on community forums. Alongside expected metrics like partner ID, average concurrent viewership, and hours streamed, there was a column labeled BSI. This acronym appeared nowhere in Twitch's public documentation or partner program terms of service. According to anonymous sources who claim to be former Twitch employees posting on the same tech forum, BSI stood for Brand Safety Index. This was, allegedly, an internal, algorithmically generated score, ranging from 1 to 100. It was Twitch's proprietary measure of how safe a creator was for major advertisers. The score wasn't just about avoiding terms of service violations, it was reportedly far more nuanced, analyzing everything from the list of banned words in a streamer's chat, the ESRB rating of the games they primarily played, their historical suspension records, and even sentiment analysis of on-stream language. A streamer who played mature-rated games, had a rowdy, unregulated chat, and a history of minor suspensions might have a BSI score of 40. Meanwhile, a creator in the same viewership bracket who exclusively played E-rated games, employed strict chat moderation, and had a pristine record could have a BSI of 95. This score, the leak suggested, was the invisible hand. It acted as a multiplier on bounty offers. A high BSI could mean a creator saw offers that were 50 or even 100% higher per viewer than a creator with a low BSI, even if their audience size was identical. The Brand Safety Index was the answer to a question streamers have been asking for years. Why do the opportunities I see feel so random? The payout was that Twitch wasn't just selling audience numbers to brands, it was selling a curated, de-risked version of its creator pool, and the BSI was the tool it used to sorting. But a secret score is just a theory without cold, hard numbers to back it up. The leak provided something far more concrete and far more damning. Direct comparisons that even the most loyal Twitch defenders found difficult to explain away. Within hours of the file spreading, community members on Reddit and Twitter began creating dashboards, cross-referencing the anonymous partner IDs in the file with public data to identify the streamers. Two accounts in particular became the smoking gun of the entire controversy. Let's call them Streamer Alpha and Streamer Beta. According to public third-party analytic sites, over the 90-day period covered by the leak, their channels were statistically almost identical. Streamer Alpha averaged 7,100 concurrent viewers. Streamer Beta averaged 7,300. Both streamed approximately 22 hours a month. Both had similar follower counts and subscription numbers. By all public measures of success on Twitch, they were peers, operating at the same elite level. But the leaked data told a different story. For a month-long bounty from a major gaming publisher, Streamer Alpha was offered a maximum payout of $12,000. Streamer Beta, for the exact same bounty, was offered $25,000. It was more than double the rate. The community dug deeper. Streamer Alpha was known for his unfiltered personality, playing a variety of games including gritty first-person shooters and fostering a chaotic but highly engaged chat. He had 2 minor 24-hour suspensions on his record from previous years. Streamer Beta, on the other hand, was the definition of brand safe. He primarily played strategy games in Minecraft, maintained a family-friendly atmosphere, and had a perfectly clean moderation history. The leaked file showed Streamer Alpha's brand safety index at a score of 52. Streamer Beta's was 97. This was the pattern repeated down the line. For every tier of viewership, there were these disparities. Creators who fit a clean, corporate-friendly mold were consistently offered superior financial opportunities through Twitch's own system. The payout here was a brutal realization for many. Working hard to build an audience wasn't enough. To truly succeed on the platform's own terms, you also had to conform to an invisible code of conduct that was never written down, a code that prioritized advertiser comfort over authentic entertainment. So what did this digital bombshell actually look like? The leak of September 22, 2025 wasn't sophisticated. It was a simple, unencrypted, comma-separated values file, a spreadsheet, uploaded to a popular forum for cybersecurity professionals and data hoarders. The original post was anonymous, titled simply Twitch Bounty Info Q3, with a single download link and no other explanation. At first, many dismissed it as a fabrication, but as respected data miners in the community began to analyze the file, a consensus emerged. The data was too specific, too detailed, and too consistent to be easily faked. The file contained roughly 10,000 unique entries, each representing a Twitch partner. The columns included partner ID, average CCV 90D, hours streamed 90D, BSI score, and several columns for specific bounty offers, like Bounty A offer and Bounty B offer. The partner IDs were anonymized strings of characters, but dedicated users quickly found ways to correlate them. They used the precise average viewership in hour stream data, which is difficult to guess, and matched it against publicly available information from analytics sites. Within 48 hours, a collaborative Google Sheet had successfully identified over 1,000 of the top streamers in the leak with an estimated 99% accuracy. According to a detailed analysis published by a user on the Data is Beautiful subreddit on September 24, 2025, the correlation between a high BSI score and higher bounty offers was statistically significant, with a p-value indicating it was almost impossible to be the result of random chance. The data wasn't just a list of numbers, it was a map of Twitch's internal value system. While Twitch itself never confirmed the authenticity of the file, the data aligned too perfectly with the anecdotal complaints streamers had been whispering about for years. It transformed private suspicions into a public, evidence-backed controversy. As the analysis and outrage spread across social media, Twitch was forced to respond. On September 24th, 2 days after the initial leak, Twitch posted a statement to its official blog. The post, titled "Clarity on the Bounty Board Program," was a masterclass in corporate non-denial. It never once mentioned a data leak, a CSV file, or a BSI score. Instead, it stated that the Bounty Board uses a dynamic pricing model to match creators with brands. It explained that offers are tailored using hundreds of signals to ensure the best fit for both our creators and advertising partners. It also mentioned that some offers are part of limited beta programs available to select creators to test new formats. This statement was technically true, but substantively evasive. It used vague terms like signals and best fit as a smokescreen for the specific tiered system the leak alleged. For the streaming community, This response was gasoline on a fire. They saw the refusal to deny the existence of a BSI score as a tacit admission. Top streamers took to their platforms to voice their frustration. Some argued that the system was logical from a business perspective, that of course brands would pay more for safer environments. But the overwhelming sentiment was one of betrayal. The issue wasn't that brand safety was a factor. The issue was the complete lack of transparency. Creators felt they were being judged and sorted by a secret algorithm they had no knowledge of and no power to influence. The corporate speak response failed because it addressed the what, that prices are variable, but completely ignored the why and how that the community was demanding answers for. The payout of Twitch's PR strategy was a further erosion of trust, making the platform appear dismissive of the very people its business model relied on. The fallout within the creator community was immediate and fractured. It created a visible divide between those who were evidently part of the A-list and those who were not. Streamers who had been identified in the leak as having high BSI scores and lucrative offers were suddenly on the defensive. Many stayed silent, hoping to avoid the crossfire. Others tried to justify the system, with one prominent family-friendly streamer arguing on their stream on September 25th that maintaining a positive community is hard work and it should be rewarded. This perspective, however, was largely drowned out by a chorus of anger and disappointment from creators who felt penalized for their style of content. A popular variety streamer, identified in the leak as having a BSI of 48, despite a massive audience, posted a video titled, "So Twitch thinks my community is worthless." In it, he expressed a sentiment echoed by many. "I've spent 10 years building a place where people can be themselves, and Twitch has been running a credit score on me in the background the whole time, telling brands I'm damaged goods?" The drama fueled a broader conversation about the precarious nature of being a full-time creator. It highlighted the immense power imbalance between independent entertainers and the monolithic platforms that host them. Competing platforms like YouTube and Kick used the opportunity to poach talent, with executives publicly tweeting about their commitment to transparency and fair compensation. The leak didn't just cause internal strife, it became a strategic vulnerability for Twitch in the ongoing platform wars. It gave every disgruntled streamer a clear, data-backed reason to question their loyalty to the Purple platform. This controversy did not happen in a vacuum. It was the latest chapter in a long and often contentious history between Twitch and its creators. To understand the depth of the community's reaction, you have to place the bounty board leak in the context of previous platform missteps. For years, creators have felt a growing sense of instability. They endured the unpredictable waves of DMCA takedowns that threatened their channels for using music they didn't have the rights to, a problem many felt Twitch was too slow to provide tools for. They weathered the controversial 2022 decision to change the subscription revenue split for top creators from a favorable 70-30 to a standard 50-50, a move seen as a direct pay cut for the platform's biggest stars. Each of these events added to a narrative of a platform that was prioritizing its corporate interests in advertisers over the well-being of its talent. The bounty board leak was the culmination of these fears. It provided what appeared to be concrete proof of a two-tiered system, confirming the community's worst suspicions that not all partners are created equal. It showed that even in programs designed to empower creators, there were hidden mechanisms at play that could limit their potential based on opaque, subjective criteria. This event wasn't just about ad rates, it was about the fundamental promise of the platform. The dream of the creator economy is that anyone with a camera and a compelling personality can build a career based on the support of their community. The leak suggested a new, unwritten rule, that success was also contingent on approval from a silent, invisible algorithm that served the needs of brands first. So the leak on September 22nd did not just expose a spreadsheet of payout numbers, it exposed a philosophy. It revealed Twitch's apparent pivot from rewarding raw engagement to curating a brand-safe A-list of creators, and doing so without the transparency that its partners felt they deserved. By creating and allegedly hiding a brand safety index, the platform inserted a powerful, invisible mediator between creators and their earning potential. The resulting firestorm wasn't just online drama, it was a significant moment in the history of the creator economy, forcing a platform-wide reckoning with the concepts of fairness, transparency, and value. The common narrative of the meritocratic platform was replaced by the superior reality of the curated marketplace. This is the core tension of the modern internet, the constant battle between authentic, user-generated culture and the corporate need for a predictable, safe environment for advertising. Platforms don't just host content, they actively shape it through algorithms and incentive structures we are rarely allowed to see. The Twitch leak was a rare glimpse behind that curtain. Understanding this hidden layer of platform mechanics is crucial because it's not just a Twitch problem. It's a pattern you'll see across every major social and video platform, which is why your next step should be our Digital Deep Dives playlist. To continue peeling back these layers, start with our investigation into the secret world of YouTube's demonetization black box.